So Guanyin represents a few things. She represents, on one level, the enlightened warrior goddess. So keep in mind that your ancient Buddhist sects and schools used to go to war with one another over which version of Buddhism was correct. Convert to our sect or die. This was not just in your crusades and in your inquisitions in Western cultures. This also existed in the East. This existed even in places like Tibet. So entities of protection were needed to ward off the more militant schools of Buddhism. So she is a defender of the oppressed. She is a defender of victims, and she is a conqueror of those whom seek to conquer from a place of injustice and negativity. In many ways, she parallels, in a certain sense, the Egyptian goddess of justice, Ma'at. They're not exactly parallel, but that theme of true justice and the protection of the oppressed is very much connected to Guanyin. Keep in mind that in ancient times, it was believed in Buddhist schools that only men could become enlightened. So Guanyin represents the enlightened feminine, because obviously, if you all contain the source, then the source can be realized by anyone, no matter biological sex. So Guanyin, in many ways, empowers female practitioners in very deep ways, very deep, for women who feel that they have been cut off from their power. Guanyin can help to restore that very quickly. She is a very ancient entity known by many names. Guanyin is just one of her more recent understandings in terms of her name. In terms of her relationship with men, she represents what is sometimes called in Western magic the holy guardian angel. So for men, it is much easier for them to merge with the divine if the divine is perceived in a feminine way. Now, this is mostly the case for heterosexual men. For homosexual men, things are a bit different, obviously. But for heterosexual men, Guanyin can represent that feminine power of intimacy that allows for the masculine practitioners to actually merge with Guanyin, and from there they're able to access the higher levels of the source. So Guanyin plays many roles for Buddhists and non-Buddhists, for men and for women.